Okay, well, I wanted to make a gameplay and just record something. I just felt like recording. I don't have a deep reason to it. I actually want to play, the next game I want to play is Doom The Dark Ages, but I ordered a new computer. It's a 5090 something or another. It was very expensive. I don't want to talk about how expensive it was. It was very, very expensive. But I think that computer will keep me going for quite a while, I hope. So in the meantime, since I don't feel like playing any PC games, without it, I figured I'd just hop back into, the classics here. I wanted to just do like a Doom gameplay. And it's just one of those sessions where like, I'm just gonna like play and I'm gonna talk about stuff. And that's just what I do. Okay, well, that's a lot of noise. Is this even working? What the hell's going on here? I noticed I've been having some kind of weird problems with Steam. Like it popped when I started this game. It was like, oh, you've made too many. It was something about too many requests, and like the cloud saving wasn't going to work. And I was like, what? So, well, I was going to record a gameplay. What the hell is happening here? Okay, hold on. Okay, I don't know what that was about, but I got it fixed. So here we go. God, I love Doom, man. It is like one of my all-time favorite games, but I've done gameplays of this. I said this is the 16 player just in case people join. I have had people join on this before, but I mean, granted, that's when this game was a little newer, so we'll see if anyone actually joins. Either way, I'm just gonna play the game. And this game, it's Doom. I mean, damn near anything on the planet can play Doom. In fact, I just watched this dude on YouTube last night, actually. Maybe that's what inspired me to do this, but he did a whole video about different things that people have got Doom to run on, like crazy shit, like little displays on like a pregnancy test, or like one was like a little panel on like a hospital thing. I don't know, this is crazy. I love the remix music. All right, not bad, not bad. I was kind of hoping more players would join. And since I'm playing this multiplayer, I wonder what happens if I die. Do I just respawn? Oh, that was not smart. God, I remember the first time I ever saw Doom, I was in high school, freshman year of high school, and the area I grew up in wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't like a super rich area. I mean, I guess it wasn't poor, so I was kind of surprised growing up, because I grew up, in the 80s, like early 80s, the very early 80s, and I actually saw, I mean, the first computer I laid eyes on was a Apple IIe when I was a kid. I can't remember the game. I mean, I remember playing a lot of Oregon Trail. I mean, I for sure remember that. I don't recall any other kind of games or anything like that. I can't remember what programs we used, but like at a very, very early age. I mean, this was like kindergarten, if I remember right. You're kindergarten or first grade, like learning computers. Oh, there we go. Bus 9000. Hang on. Oh, I don't think this game has voice chat, does it? I don't think it does. Alright, whatever. Buddy. I'm like paranoid now. Like, is it? Okay, no, I haven't turned off. Okay. Okay, all right, good. I know it's weird because like I post YouTube videos and shit, but like I cannot stand talking to people on the internet, like strangers. I mean. And this dude could be the nicest person on the planet. I don't know if it's a dude. This person could be the nicest person on the planet, you know? But I'll never know because I'll never talk to him. Them. Sorry. Inclusive. Yeah, this is going to throw off my game a little bit because this other dude's roaming around. Tell you what though, I'm looking forward to getting that that new computer, because I haven't had a new computer since 2020. Like I bought a new computer like March or April of 2020. I mean this computer I'm on right now, this is a 2080 Ti, I think. It's slightly outdated, I suppose. Oh, anyway, yeah, I was talking about computer shit. Sorry. Yeah, so I grew up learning computers on an Apple IIe. You know, I can't even remember the first time I saw Windows. I mean, I do remember it. Like the Windows, what was it? 3.1 was the first version I ever saw. I don't know how old I was. I just remember looking at it, and then I was honestly used to those IBM computers. So like I knew like Apple to some degree, and I knew DOS because I played DOS games at school and stuff. I remember one game we used to play a lot was this oh god, he scared the shit out of me. It was a car game where you like go, it would take you to a garage and you would like build the car and you would add stuff to it and modify it or whatever, and then you would like race it or drive it. I can't remember if it was racing or just driving. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna end the level because I think it seems like he murdered everything. There we go. You know, I remember playing Doom on IBM computers where the what they call the Spectres, their graphics were like glitched out and you could see them like real clear. And it wasn't until I think it was the PlayStation version of Doom, where I could actually like see what they were supposed to look like. Man, I tell you what, that PlayStation version of Doom is like a hidden gem, man. Like a lot of people don't know about it, and you know, I played Doom. Oh shit. Oh wait. You know, when I was in high school, right? Oh shit. And I didn't have a computer at home back then. I didn't get a computer until I was in, I want to say I was in 10th grade or 11th grade. I can't remember exactly. So that would put it around like 97, I think, when I got my first computer. And my first computer was a compact Pisario. I think that's what it was called. It was a little black computer, like squat, rectangular, had the old CRT monitor and this, that, and the other. Hang on. See if I can get over here. Damn it. And I remember that computer wasn't the beefiest, but it like did play Doom. But I remember trying to play Half-Life on that computer, and it was just it wasn't happening on that computer. It was funny too. It was glitchy. But anyway, in you know, high school, where I first played Doom, you know, I could only play it in this one class. I think it was my history classroom or geography or something. I can't remember, but they had some computers in that room, and I would play it in there, like essentially when like it was kind of towards like the end of the day, usually, or like in the morning, like before school. Ooh, boot. I would go play it. And I loved it, right? But you know what's funny is, and maybe it had the functionality back then, but I didn't use a mouse. I used, does it work on this? No, it doesn't. But I just used the arrow keys and like the space bar, you know, so like my character would turn like real slow, you know, real funny. It's funny how far I've come with controlling stuff on a computer. All right, well, I guess we're gonna go to the secret area. Or secret level, I mean. I hope Buddy's ready to go. So anyway, you know, I played in school, and then I didn't have a computer. I was like, well, damn, I like really wish I could play Doom at home. Well, I saw it back in the 90s. You know, you would rent movies and games and stuff from, you know, video stores, Blockbuster, what was it called, the Hollywood. I never really went to those places to rent stuff. I always rented my stuff, or primarily rented my stuff, from the grocery store. There was a Kroger near our house that pretty much my mom shopped at exclusively, and you know, Kroger used to rent videos. You know, a lot of people don't remember that, or like I guess you know, not to get all like, oh, back in my day, these kids wouldn't know, but like, I'm being serious. Like, kids nowadays wouldn't know. You know, like you used to be able to rent movies and shit because, like, and honestly, like, why would they? Why would a kid know about renting movies and shit? Because, like, and I talked about this in another gameplay once, but like, kids nowadays, what's that even a kid thing? People have like infinity content. You know, I could like open up a tab on my browser right now on this computer and probably find anything I want to watch. A specific movie, a TV show, you know, whatever, you know, like hell, I mean, just YouTube by itself is like infinity content, you know. Oh shit. But yeah. Oh, he left. No. I had a friend once and he left me. His name was Bust. I will think about him always. But yeah, you know, I would rent stuff from the video store or from the grocery store. Anyway, I saw, because me and my mom went to the grocery store, and I was in the aisle where you could rent shit, and I saw a red cart, and I was like, I'm sorry, red Super Nintendo cart, and I was like, what's that? You know, because back in those days there weren't too many colored cartridges. So I was like, what's that? And I grab it, and it was Doom. And I was like, no way. Like, it's on the Super Nintendo? Oh, fuck yeah. So I like rented, or, you know, my mom let me rent it because she never really cared what I watched or what I played. Like, she just, I don't know, like she was real controlling in a lot of ways, in a number of ways. And then there's other things, like, she just strangely didn't care. You know what I mean? And I think some of it had to do with, I don't know. Oh yeah, these pinkies always get stuck here for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of disappointing. Like, I don't know why. It must be a glitch or something. But this would be a cool trap for like a new player. But cool. I mean, watch. I mean, I can just do this. So she like lets me rent Doom on Super Nintendo, and you know, keep in mind, I had no concept back in those days of like frame rates or any of that kind of stuff. And frankly, like, I didn't really care what the frame rate was. You know, I just wanted just to play the fucking game, and the fact I could play it at all was like amazing to me. I don't remember where to go. Fuck, I forgot. So I played Doom on the, you know, the Super Nintendo. I don't need this shit. And that was my first time ever really playing Doom at home, and I loved it. I had a great time with it. I was just happy I could fucking play it then. And now looking back on it, somewhere in my house I have a copy of the game on Super Nintendo. Oh, buddy, I have a new friend. You know, it wasn't until much later in life, you know, did I truly understand how bad the Super Nintendo version of Doom was. I didn't get it. But I tell you what, though. Oh, sorry, bro. I got a PlayStation, I think for a Christmas gift or birthday or something like that. You know, thinking back, my parents were kind of funny in the sense that they would get me stuff like you know, video games or consoles, right? Like Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever, right? But they would never, or very rarely, buy me games for it. But I suppose, excuse me, I'm sorry. What I'm talking about makes sense in the context of like cost, right? So it's like cheaper for them because renting a video game back in the day was like a couple bucks, like $2, $3. Like it wasn't that much. Hell, I think sometimes you get it for like $1, you know. And it was cheaper for them. Like, yeah, they would do like, I guess, layaway, if anyone even remembers what layaway is. But do layaway, eventually save up, or you know, pay off the thing. All right, buddy, send me. Thank you. Here. Here. Oh, dude, sorry, man. I thought, I thought we could send that back down. Oh, sorry, bro. Oh, I just screwed him out of a mega health. Well, I didn't take it from him. I just don't know how to get him up there. Oh, here. There you go. Ooh, another player. This is fun. More friends. More carnage. Man, I'm getting way off topic, but I got a PlayStation, right? And I of my own money, because I used to do little odds and ends around the neighborhood, like cutting grass, and I think to some degree I had an allowance. It wasn't very much, but you know. Anyway, I saved up what little cash I had, and I bought the PlayStation version of Doom. And man, I tell you, if there were achievements back in those days for games like there are now, I easily would have like 100% in that game. Easy. I mean, I played that game like crazy. And I know those little consoles most of the time don't record hours played or whatever. But I had hundreds of hours sunk into PlayStation. I loved that game. Now, I may play it now and absolutely fucking hate it. You know, I don't know. But I remember it had like different sound effects, like different music. Like the sound effects alone were like very different. And then, you know, I got Doom 64 later in life. Players are waiting to respawn. Oh no, my friend left. So one thing I haven't been paying very close attention to, if like they get a key, do I get the key too? I don't know. But yeah, the Doom 64 came out and it used the same sound effects from the PlayStation version of Doom, which was pretty cool. And you know, Doom 64 I actually played a lot of too, but if I'm being honest, compared to PlayStation, I didn't like the controls on Doom 64. Like, I really struggled playing that game on the Nintendo 64 controller. It wasn't good. My opinion, anyway. It wasn't good, you know. Okay, yeah. If he gets the key, then I get a key. All right, cool. Good to know. I know there's a way to open that somehow, but I don't remember how to do it. Man, this music is epic. Holy shit. Oh, I shouldn't have did that because that right there. Fuck. I forgot. Oh, God. Shit. Hell, the first time I ever really got to play Doom 64 in a way that I thought was good. Oh, sorry, bro. Was playing it on, there was a, I can't remember the name of that mod. Or no, it was an emulator. All right. Well, anyway, there was a emulator version of Doom on PC. It was like Doom EX, I think was the name of it. And I played that, and it was like the best way to play Doom 64. But nowadays, it's a standalone, you know, retail game that you can purchase on like Steam or really anywhere. And that's an excellent version of Doom 64. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. I never knew there was a door here. Oh my God, I've been playing this game like damn near half my life. I never knew there was a door here. Honest to God. Right hand to God, I never knew there was a door there. That's crazy. Huh. All right. Learn. Oh God, ow. Learn something new every day, I guess. I think I just screwed my buddy again. I'm kind of scared now. I don't want to be the cause of these dudes getting murdered, but this is like a death trap in here. Dark room, pinkies, or I'm sorry, specters. Ah, see what I mean? Get off me! No, help me! Friends, buddies. Oh, God. Somewhere in here, there's one of those light amp things. Oh, here we go. All right, we're leaving. I will say from a technical standpoint that this is a very impressive version of Doom because it's like all the old Doom games, you know, Doom 1, 2, you know, all the episodes, all that stuff. And I've never actually played some of the other episodes before. I just haven't. I've never played them. One day I do want to do a gameplay of the PlayStation Doom. I know I could emulate it, but I actually want to break out my old PlayStation and actually use the hardware. Oh, dude. Oh, we got the key. Oh. All right. We need to find the key. It's this way. Wait, is it this way? Shit, I don't even remember. No. I need a blue. You know, the older I get, and you know, the less frequent I play these games, the like harder time I have remembering what to do in some of these levels. All right. Well, we have a blue key card. That's something. God, the music is so good in this version. That's a yellow door. I need a yellow thing for that. Wait, oh, excuse me. Dude, I've had this cough for like the last, I swear it's been 3 weeks, man. I'm kind of wondering if I got COVID. Like, I really wonder if I did. Like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but like, I got extremely fucking sick. And I was fucked up for like fucking 3 days. Okay, where is this damn yellow key, man? Like, well, is it this way? No, this is this one area. Oh, someone found it. All right. More players. Yes. Yes. Let's get 16 players in here. Come on. Let's do it. Farts with gusto. Or gusto. Sorry, not gusto. Sorry. Farts with gusto. Farts with gusto. That might be one of the best usernames I've seen in a minute. Farts with gusto. Shit, man. I'm gonna laugh about that for a while. You know, I know there's a way to get out there, but I don't remember how to do it. All right, how do we open that door? Oh, there we go. $36. I don't know what that means. There we go. Yeah, more players. Rush. Shit, I forgot that's a trap room. Oh no. How the hell do I get in there? Oh, let me in. How the hell do I get to that guy? I'm trying, friend. I'm trying to get to you. Open the door. Man. Oh yeah. There's all sorts of people in here. Come on. The thing that's funny to me to think about, especially as I get older, is I tend to think about, where things start and my experience with it. Oh shit, let me get off this. Especially thinking of Doom, right? So had you told me, when I was, gosh, how old was I back then? 13, I think. When I was 13, you'd be like, yeah, man, like, you're going to be playing Doom on the internet. Now, mind you, just the internet alone was like a crazy idea to me. But, telling me like, yeah, you're like going to be playing, actually, no, if you would have told me that, if you would have said the word internet, I would have looked at you and be like, what's that? Because when I was 13, the internet was a thing, right? It was, but where I lived, I didn't know anyone that used it, and my school didn't have it, right? The most advanced thing that I'd ever seen at that point was like the computers in the library at the school were all hooked up to some kind of encyclopedia thing that was like CD based, and you could go on to the computers and access that encyclopedia. And I remember I used to go in there and I would the hell, read a lot of things about ants. I was like obsessed. There was a period of time in my life where I was obsessed with ants for some reason, because I mean I still find them extremely fascinating. But I would like go in the library and get on the computer, and I would just look up stuff about ants. And I thought it was cool that I could just go on this computer and I could like read and look at all this stuff, I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. But there wasn't internet, and I didn't know what the internet was. In fact, I didn't learn about the internet until I got into, gosh, I want to say it was my junior or sophomore year of high school. I think sophomore. I think so. I would have been, I don't know, 14 at that point. And the first time I like ever saw the internet, I couldn't tell you the first website I ever saw. If I remember right, knowing me, because I do remember looking at it, but I can't farts with gusto. I fucking love this guy. Knowing me, I do remember going to the Capcom website for Resident Evil and looking at the art and all that, and thinking it was like the coolest thing ever. And back then, like when I first learned about the internet, I was also learning how to make web pages and just HTML with like Notepad, I don't remember what kind of language that's called, How's this guy doing? All right. Lay waste. Show no mercy. Uh-oh. I remember, oh shit. I remember this level being so epic when I was young, because it's the first time you encounter the Hell Knights. Because I mean, they're bosses, you know what I mean? Like, they're two boss enemies, and yeah. So, how do I? Oh, come on, fellas. But yeah, I remember being like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then like you go in there and die. And I remember for years I was like obsessed with the idea of like trying to figure out how to survive that fight. And I thought you could, but no, you just die and go to hell, you know? Well, I don't know if you die, but you know what I mean. Shut up. And the music is really good. You know, what I haven't done is I really haven't sat down. Oh no. Wait, no, it like teleported me somewhere else. Huh. Oh no. Oh no. No, I don't want to go in there. That fucking yeah, the cockadee's gonna kill me. My man just left me. He just ran by. He's like, nah. You fucking got. Oh yeah, there is a plasma rifle right here. Yes. Oh yeah. I still don't have any armor. Probably fix that. I think I just telefragged someone. Sorry. You'll be okay. Probably. Armor, thank God. Oh, of course, as usual, my ADHD kicked in and I never finished my thought. But, you know, you told me when I was 13 about the internet, explained to me so I could understand what it was. But again, you'll just be like chilling in, you know, your own house. Playing Doom on a computer on the internet with like, you know, 6 other players, and I'd be like, huh? I'd be like, you're saying nonsense to me. Like, make it make sense. You know, I'm like kind of glad I grew up in the way that I did, because I've got to see technology change so much over the course of my life, you know? Like, I truly remember a time, at least in my area, I'm not saying the whole world, but, you know, I didn't grow up with a computer or the internet, right? Like, some people did, you know? Like, there's this really interesting man on YouTube. He has a channel called Adrian's Digital Basement. I fucking love that guy. I love his content. He's so smart, you know? He's so, like, informative. But he grew up with computers, right? When he was a wee lad, like his dad was into computers, so subsequently, you know, he was into computers, you know, where I didn't, you know, and I didn't get into computers till I was like in my like late teens, and you know, I saw you know, the rise of kind of dial-up internet with like my generation, at least in my area. And I remember dial-up, you know, I remember all the little noises those modems would make. And you know, you go to a website, and like a lot of websites were like largely text based, right? Oh man, I almost always end up getting crushed here, like that guy just did. But anyway, you know, it was like, you know, oh, good armor. You know, websites were largely text. I mean, they had pictures sometimes, but it was very minimal, right? And one thing that was very, very popular was like those stupid little oh, what do you call them? GIFs, you know? And I remember a lot of websites had like flames for some reason, like having like animated flames on a website was like really cool. But I remember there was like a website called Angel Fire. I don't know if it still exists anymore, but Angel Fire was basically you could make your own like web page, which was very novel back then. They're like, oh, I have my own website, and people would make whatever, oh shit, whatever websites they would make, you know. Oh god. I can't move. No. Okay. Oh my god. I do remember the first time I ever saw high-speed internet. I was, oh, I'm sorry, high-speed internet at home. I mean, because you know, I'd seen internet as like school and college and stuff like that, and didn't think anything of it. But like at home, it was all dial-up. Again, this is specific to my area where I grew up, and I was over at a buddy's house. He lived on the north side of, well, no, he lived on the west side of Houston, sorry. And for whatever reason, that side of Houston got high-speed internet, cable internet, you know, before anywhere else. Because back then it was like cable internet or DSL. I don't even know if DSL exists anymore, but DSL would do like a high-speed or higher speed connection through like your through the phone lines. So like it wasn't using the phone line like a phone. It would use like the wiring to get a high-speed connection. I came by, when I say high speed, I want to say it was like, I don't know, 144K or some shit like that. I could be mistaken in that, but like it wasn't like cable internet. Cable internet was like stupid high speed, and that's what my buddy in the west side of Houston had. He had cable internet, and I remember being so like stunned when we would type in a website and it would just load, like it would just appear, and I was like, what the fuck, you know? But more importantly than that, I remember playing games, you know, because I used to play Quake on dial-up, Quake 1, I mean, and I would do like deathmatch and shit like that. It was kind of fun because it was like no, it wasn't deathmatch, it was capture the flag, right? And they had like these grappling hooks that were just like the axe, but it would shoot out and like attach to stuff, and there was like power-ups you could get, like regeneration and haste and double damage and shit like that. It was really, really fun. And you know, I got really good at playing on, or as good as you can get on dial-up, because you have to kind of figure out how to like lead your shots, because I don't know if I can explain it in a way that would make sense to like someone that's young that wouldn't know, but like on dial-up, if I wanted to move forward, so I would hit the key like right now, and then your character would move. So like I'm like, okay, I'm moving, and then it was like this weird like lag, you know, like, but like back in those days, like that's just how you played, because I mean the novelty of playing on the internet with other people was like crazy, you know, like back in those days, like playing online was like insanity. It's like, oh my god, we're you know, because back then you would only play with, like, you know, basically couch co-op, like someone in the same room as you, to like to play with a stranger that you didn't know across the planet or whatever. It's like, holy shit, this is fucking insane, you know. I couldn't remember what's back there, so I just needed to try. Man down! Crap. I was like trying to blow my rocket launcher. Thanks, buddy. Alright. Alright, blue key card, getting somewhere. But yeah, I mean, you know, I saw the rise of online gaming, you know, like, I remember when I first figured out a mod, right? I didn't even know what a mod to a video game was, and I don't remember where it was. Probably a forum. Like, this forums used to be a big thing. Nowadays it's all been replaced by like Reddit and social media and stuff like that for the most part. But there used to be forums, like Something Awful was a big forum. But anyway, somehow I stumbled across this thing called Team Fortress, and I remember I kept reading about it, but I'm like, what the fuck is Team Fortress? And wait, is there any health around here that I can get? I thought there's a secret door around here somewhere. Guess not. All right, anyway, you know, but I finally go to some, I think it was like Quake World or something like that, and had it downloaded. Shit, I'm running out of ammo. We're about to have a problem. Health, yes, and ammo. Thank God. Oh no. And I download, you know, Team Fortress and start playing it. And to this day, I don't know if I'll ever be as like enamored with a game as I was with the original Team Fortress, Quake Team Fortress, I mean. You know, capture the flag levels, big levels from what I remember anyway. You know, dark, you know, and environmental levels, you know, really cool shit. You know, I want to go down there, but I'm scared to go down there. I feel like this was not a smart move. Okay. I truly don't remember where to go. I'm like a little lost now. Alright. I'm sorry, dude. Come on. But the thing with playing on the internet like that, back in those days, I was playing dial-up. Like my on a good day, if it was dry and clear, I could get I think it was 56.6K connection, and that was like considered fast. You know, and there we go, down here. Oh shit! Oh shit! Man down! And I really do not remember where to go. Oh man, this shit always creep me out. Oh, here we go. Oh, that sucks. It's not for everyone. Oh, I thought all the items were for. That's very interesting. All right, come on. Shit. I don't know why seeing rockets fly out are kind of funny. Yeah. But you know, when I finally went out to my buddy's house in West Houston, where he had high-speed internet, I remember playing like Team Fortress and Quake and shit like that, and just having my mind blown because I was like, oh wow, like I can actually move and it's responsive and shit like that. But the other game that at that point I was playing on dial-up a lot was I had one friend that was super into Half-Life Deathmatch. I never really liked it that much. It wasn't ever anything I was really into. He loved it. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. Odd. All right, friend. Well, I hope you have ammo because I don't have a chain gun yet for some reason. I haven't found one. I haven't been looking very hard, but ooh, backpack. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, my ADHD. There was a mod for Half-Life called Team Fortress Classic, right? And I already had played Team Fortress, loved it, right? When I say that I went hard on TFC, it would be an understatement of the fucking century. I played the everlasting shit out of Team Fortress Classic. And this was on before Steam was even a thing. When you just fired up Half-Life and you just played it, And I mean, hell, I remember the days before Steam and digital distribution platforms. Anyway, I played TFC a lot on dial-up, and you just got used to the kind of murky, laggy movement, and you got good at predicting shots and kind of leading shots and shit like that. And I remember I can't remember the server, it's been too long, but this was like a trap room. I do remember the player's name, but there's this server I used to play on, and it was me and a friend that used to play on this on dial-up. And there was this player named his username was Solano, like SOLANO, Solano, right? And he had high-speed internet, and we knew that because, and again, I'm gonna fucking hell. I'm gonna age myself or date myself with this term, but we called him an LPB. An LPB back in those days meant he was a low ping bastard because most people didn't have high-speed internet, right? Just wasn't really a prevalent thing across the nation, right? So most people's pings in video games were like, if you're lucky, it was like 150, but usually it's like between 150 and like 250, right? Having a 200 ping is pretty rough. Oh, and the other thing was the net code was not optimized at all. it was very. I mean, I can't. I'm sure there's someone on YouTube that probably could explain it, and I'm sure has a video about it. Oh my god. But it was just pretty much like almost like a one-to-one kind of thing. You like hit the button and your character moves, and the lower your ping was, the more responsive you were. The faster you can move, the faster you could react, faster you could shoot, la-ti-da, right? So Solano, like, he was like one of the only guys on the server. You know, we're all rocking like 150 to 200 pings, and here comes this dude, and he had like usually around like a 40 ping, you know, 30, 40 ping. Which even nowadays is still really good for, you know, pings. I don't even know if there's a way to even tell what my ping is in this game. But anyway, because he had a lower ping, he would basically just kick our ass. You know what I mean? Like, because he could just run circles around us, shoot faster, move faster. He was like better than us just because of his connection, right? And me and my buddy hated this bastard. We hated him. I hated him so much because he would just beat our ass. And I remember we'd sit there and be like, God damn it, if we had low pings, I bet we could outplay this dude. Well, fast forward, and I finally got high-speed internet out at my parents' house. It wasn't even DSL. It was something like, I think it was called ADSL. And it was super expensive. Like, I remember I couldn't even tell you how much it was back then, like $200 a month or something. But, you know, I was a young man back in those days. I was like, I don't know, 18, 19. Had a you know, job that, oh shit, this scared the shit out of me. You know, I had a job that paid decent-ish kind of money, you know. So I didn't mind. And, I got this ADSL connection, which was basically like almost like glorified dial-up, and it gave me a ping of like, I want to say like 70 or 60 or something like that. So it was decent, you know. And I finally got and my buddy got some other kind of connection somewhere else. So we all became LPBs around the same time, right? And long story short, we ended up playing with Solano a lot, and we would just beat the shit out of him in the game. Like, we would just dog him, and as it turns out, he wasn't really a good player. He actually was a terrible player. Okay, let me not get too dramatic. He was a mediocre player, like on a good day. And the only reason that he was so notorious to us was because of his ping, you know. Oh no. So, you know, it was almost like validating in a way when like we're suddenly raffle stomping this dude that had been just owning us for I don't even know how long, a better part of a year, or maybe longer than that. And then finally, like, get on the level playing field, and we're just kicking the shit out of them. You know, feel pretty good. Solano, if you're out there, I doubt you'll ever see this, but I'll give you credit, dude. You are a really nice guy. I do remember that. He was always very nice and polite. Like, he didn't talk shit. He didn't run his mouth. You know, he just didn't. You know, nice dude. But you suck. You suck, and you were only my nemesis because wherever you lived had high-speed internet. Oh my god. But you know, around that time too was when Counter-Strike started taking off too. Because I started playing Counter-Strike, and it's funny too because I don't think I have a single gameplay of Counter-Strike on this channel. Maybe I do, but I don't think so. But Counter-Strike started out as a Half-Life mod. Whew. Okay, that helps. Oh wow. bright as shit now. Here we go. Good key. All right. All right. And I remember playing, I can't remember if they were alphas or betas. I can't remember. I think they were betas, but I remember playing like, it wasn't even like the, it was like 0.01 or 7. I can't remember. It's been so long, but the first iteration of Counter-Strike, it was a map called Mansion was one of the maps. It was a very dark map. And back in those days with Counter-Strike, when you died, you would drop your gun and it would stay on the ground, and it was called gun running because like as soon as the round would start, you would take off running and try to like get to your gun and pick it back up, so you wouldn't have to buy another gun. The thing about Counter-Strike that a lot of people like don't remember, I remember it, but oh fuck, is Counter-Strike was the first game that kind of broke the formula of like arena shooters, because arena shooters were, it wasn't even arenas. That came later with Quake 3 and Unreal Tournament and shit like that. But all video games back then were just like deathmatch, right? You would fire up a game, and it was just pure deathmatch, you know, like there wasn't, well, deathmatch and co-op, sorry. Where in the world is the yellow key? Shit, I can't remember. I thought that was it. That's just a decoration. But anyway, you know, all online stuff was just deathmatch, right? So you just load it up and you just ran around and shot each other, you know, which is fun for sure. Where's the yellow key? Okay, well, it's got to be in this room because you can't get back in that way. There it is. But with Counter-Strike, it had rounds, and I like to think most people have played it at some point, especially if you're watching this fucking video. But in Counter-Strike, the way it works is it's round based, so you how the hell did you get in here? Oh, I know how he got in there, because he got the yellow key card as soon as I got it. Never mind. I wait to exit? What? I'm trying to remember. I think it's this way. Nope, not this. It's this way. Is it that way? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that way. Go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, here we go, here we go. Okay. I remember now. Then you go this way, and then you go this way. I keep getting way distracted. Counter-Strike is round-based, and it was unique in the sense that when you died in Counter-Strike, it wasn't like this game where, like, you know, you get killed, you respawn, you keep playing. In Counter-Strike, you're just dead. And it was a team, like, I don't remember how many players it was versus, I'm just going to say 6 versus 6, 8 versus 8, whatever. And if your teammates died, they're just gone, right? So then it's just you, and then you have to like kill the other players. So there was 2 ways to win in Counter-Strike. You either like just kill the other team outright. Like if you went and murdered the other team, then your team wins and it starts another round, and then it's however many rounds until you win, kind of thing. And that was very unique, you know, like there weren't any other games like that in that kind of style. That just didn't exist. Every other game was respawn based. Team Fortress Classic was that way. There was some other real popular mod for what was it called? Day of Defeat, I think. That was respawn based. There was an extremely popular, well, I'm not gonna say extremely because it was kind of niche, but there was a popular mod for Half-Life called Natural Selection. That was respawn based. Man, Natural Selection was a cool game, or cool idea. It just died with the sequel because the dude that, oh my god, I can't remember his name anymore, but the dude that made Natural Selection, he like wanted to make a no, not Farts with Gusto, or Gusto, sorry, no, Farts with Gusto. I'll always remember you. But yeah, the dude that made Natural Selection, he basically, in my opinion, what he did is he kept the main game updated and did a nice job keeping it updated and putting new stuff. But there was one part where he fucked up real bad with Natural Selection. Is he came out with this game mode, and I can't remember what the game mode was called. Oh, I guess I have to explain what Natural Selection is. So Natural Selection was a game. It was like Space Marines versus aliens. So, you know, one team's, you know, your typical, you know, think the movie Aliens, right? It's like Space Marines, you have guns. But it was unique in that one player would get into this thing called I think it's called a command chair or commander chair or whatever. And they would play the game like, oh, I'm losing all my friends. No. Oh, everyone's leaving me. Anyway, they were set in the command chair, and their perspective of the game was, it was a, God. My God, get my ass kicked. So come on. It was a top-down game. Think, you know, like Command and Conquer or like StarCraft or whatever. And they would control the map, like dropping resource points, because like there was like these nodes on the map that you had to capture to get resources, and resources would allow the commander to, like, you know, upgrade armor, upgrade weapons, build new things, right? You know, typical kind of real-time strategy kind of stuff. And, you know, as a Marine, you would spawn, like there was like these spawn things that the commander would build. I can't remember the maximum number you could have, but you would spawn in this area on these little pads or whatever. And in Natural Selection, when you would die, there was like a wait, like a limit until you could like spawn again. And the whole objective was to go kill the aliens, right? If you're the Marines, the aliens played differently, so they didn't have a commander. They played on their own, but like a hive mind kind of thing, where like you could kind of see stuff on the screen from like other players' perspectives. And the whole thing with aliens is they would evolve. So like you started out as this four-legged thing called a skulk, I think, if I remember right. And then you could evolve into other things. There was a thing called a gorge. I definitely remember those cute little bastards. The gorges would like build things like little resource nodes. They could build turrets. There was like lots of shit that, you know, you could build as a gorge. And then there was like these other things called a fade. It was like a two-legged praying mantis looking thing that could fly around. There, move, damn it. There was, and then the biggest alien was this thing called an Onos. It was this huge, like, almost looked like a rhinoceros, and it could like literally like eat the Marines. I mean, literally eat them. Like, they'd eat you, and your screen would look like inside of a stomach. It was crazy. Man, I truly don't know where to go in this level. I am actually completely fucking lost. I don't think it's this way. And the aliens at 3 hive, or they could have 3 hive. You start with 1 hive, and you can go to certain areas in the map to build like a 2nd hive and a 3rd hive. And for every hive they had, they would get different abilities and get stronger. So definitely aliens with 3 hives were a fucking problem. Like, you did not want them to get 3 hives, because they're very, very hard to kill. Especially with all their new abilities and shit like that. Man, I am just lost as shit right now. You would think I've never played Doom before. There we go. Seems like somewhere I haven't been. Yes? No? Yes? Oh no, I've been here. Why on earth am I so confused? There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yellow door. So anyway, natural selection was, I'm not gonna say it was crazy popular, but it was like popular, right? And I remember the dude made a game mode that was like more action paced, or there wasn't the building and commander and all that. It was just like, I don't know, 6 versus 6, and you just kind of killed other players to get like points or something to like upgrade your character and buy different guns and abilities and shit. And the problem with that, when he did that, is it divided the community, because there were people that only wanted to play the fast-paced one. Oh, Doom got connected, yay. And then there were people that only wanted to play like the normal version. I was of the opinion that I only wanted to play the normal version, but the problem is a lot of gamers are so fucking, it's not even a gamer thing, but like they're just like, I don't know, like brain-addled ADHD, and they like, I say this as I've tried to have, like, I've said the same thing like 17 times trying to tell a story, but irony's not lost on me. They like didn't want to play the normal game. They just wanted to, like, you know, run around and like shoot aliens, and it fragmented the community bad, you know. And then the servers started like kind of like falling apart in a way, because like, you know, the server started changing to, I can't remember what that mode was called. So he kind of like shot himself in the foot, because he basically made like almost 2 games, and almost in essence like, oh, the floor hurts there? Oh, shit, I didn't know that. That sucks. I truly don't know where to go. I'm lost. I'm lost again. I'm back to being confused. Yeah, I think even the other players that have had enough, they're like leaving. They're like, fuck this. Here we go, here we go. Hell, I ain't mad at y'all. This level isn't very good. I think this dude's just AFK. This K2, whatever his name is. Well, this This is the final level of this episode anyway. All right, where is he? Where's the cyber demon? Oh shit. Oh no! Oh, he's behind me! Oh no! I thought that was the cyber demon. No, he was like in the damn room. Oh, get him! Get him! Hell, am I out of ammo? Oh! Get him! The cheeks! Look at the cheeks! Why the hell does it keep switching to my rocket launcher? Why do you... Is my game glitched? It must be. It must be. It's glitched. Look, it keeps switching to my rocket launcher. I can't switch to my other guns. Oh, we got him. But yeah, as far as the natural selection goes, so the community got divided, servers started getting kind of weird, and then he was gonna make, or he did end up making a sequel to Natural Selection, Natural Selection 2. But the problem was, he took so long to come out with it that most people had like forgot about Natural Selection. The other problem was he tried to make the game like too like graphical. Is that a word? And the computers of the era couldn't really run the game that well. In fact, it ran like shit, The other thing was he made too many changes to like kind of the core game, and it just I mean, that game just kind of died. Like, no one ever really played it. I couldn't play. I was real excited for it to come out, and it finally came out, and it ran like such shit that I couldn't play it. Oh god. Oh my god. So, I mean, that sucks too, because Natural Selection could have been a huge franchise. Like, I know it could have, but just those little errors with the game just died in popularity, and then like now no one even knows about it. Sucks too, man, because it was such a fun game to play. But oh well, here's what it is. And there were some other mods for Half-Life, like what was it called, Day Defeat. That was like a World War II. That was around the time World War II games started becoming more and more popular, thanks to it wasn't Call of Duty. Call of Duty wasn't the first one. It was a series called oh god, what was it called? Oh, Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor was the first series to start the whole World War II trend. Now Call of Duty took it and ran with it, and now But yeah, just being able to play those games with a solid internet connection, like, changed the game. And then from there, like, just gaming in general, online gaming, just really like exploded in popularity. But the like kind of trade-off though was the days of like just straight deathmatch wasn't really a thing anymore. Like no one cared about deathmatch anymore, or modes like capture the flag and shit like that. Like no one cared about that. I largely blame Counter-Strike for that, because Counter-Strike started the whole, round-based, this, that, and the other kind of gameplay loop. And then slowly, your games like your Team Fortresses and, Unreal tournaments and shit. So, God, I remember when the first Unreal tournament came out. I remember when Unreal came out. Unreal used to be like the game you would like show off how good your computer was. But then Unreal Tournament came out, and you have to remember how when Unreal Tournament came out, there wasn't really a whole lot else like it that was out at the time. So it was very unique. But nowadays, there really ain't deathmatch shooters. I mean, there are games that, I could play this deathmatch right now, and I'm sure people would join and play, but it's like not the mode that people play anymore. Because the thing that people play now is your battle royales, like, thank you to Fortnite and well, really, it wasn't Fortnite. Like, Fortnite didn't start that idea, but I mean, it's sure shit popularized it. It was what was it called? H1Z1, I think. I never played it, honestly. The first battle royale game I ever truly played at all was Fortnite. And fun fact, I hated Fortnite because of the building. Yeah, and to this day, I've tried to learn building in Fortnite, and I'm just too old or dumb or both, and it doesn't work for me. So I didn't even really get into Fortnite at all until they came out with no builds. But I've still never really gotten that into it. I mean, I'll fire it up every now. I have it installed on this computer. Oh shit. I'm like out of ammo. This is a problem. What the hell is the blue key card? I thought it was in here. Was it not? There's like an arrow or something. Guess not. Yeah, these later Doom levels are like kind of like, eh. I mean, I do like this level because the map is a hand, so that's really cool. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead. I'm a dead man. Move! Man, I ain't wasting my time killing those things. Whew. Ah! Why'd you turn around? You know, I get why Fortnite became so popular. You know, it's very colorful, very cartoony. You know, like you know, just thinking of like the brain of like a kid. You know, those two elements right there are gonna like lure a kid in and play. Oh, it's fun and colorful. You know, it's bright. You know, hell, I like the way it looks. You know, and I'm not even super into the game. I could have sworn one of these opened. Guess not. Oh no, it does. It was that one. Wait, did someone die on? I don't really want to go down there. Kind of scared. It seems like death. It would have in fact been death. Yeah, you know, I get it, and like I wish I liked Fortnite more, but I don't know. It's never been a game that's like grabbed me. It just isn't, you know. Like I'm more happy playing a game like this, a game that I played for, as I said before, like I don't know, the last 30 something years. I do wish Team Fortress would come back though, because like I did play a significant amount of Team Fortress 2, man. Team Fortress 2 is a fantastic game. Good world building. You know, like kind of the same as Fortnite. Fun, very well animated, colorful characters. Shit. Oh my god. Where's my arc launcher? Oh my god. Did all the other players leave? No, I hear someone going to town out here. Oh yeah. No, these bros are laying waste. Okay, I'm finally doing better on ammo. Oh my god. I wish Team Fortress 2 or Valve would make it. I wish Valve would make a third anything at this point. You know, fucking Half-Life 3, fucking, you know, Team Fortress 3, Counter-Strike 3, fucking Portal 3. Like, come on, Valve, man. Like they're sitting on like these just wonderful franchises, especially Half-Life. Like, God, every gamer in existence that's played Half-Life wants the fucking third game, but they just I don't know what the reason is. I just don't know if they can't agree on what the game's going to be. I don't know if they can agree on the story. I don't know if they just got so wrapped up with Steam that they're like, we don't need to make games anymore. Okay, fine. If that's the case, then like give it to a studio that'll do it justice, you know? God, can you imagine a world where Half-Life 3 comes out and it sucks? Can you imagine the uproar that would, oh my God, like the gaming community would tear itself apart. That'd be like a cataclysmic event. I think the world might end, actually. I think if that happened, I think truly it would truly become the end of days. And like I wonder if it's like they're holding out on like making these sequels because, you know, Valve was a company that had always been about innovation. Like every time they would come out with a game, Half-Life 2, Portal, you know, Counter-Strike, whatever. I mean, granted, Counter-Strike wasn't their game. They bought the rights from that Goose something or another dude. Oh man, I bet that dude, whoever made the mod for Counter-Strike when he sold it to Valve, I hope he got a good contract out of that, because man, that dude must have like infinity money at this point. Or maybe he doesn't, and maybe he got a bad contract and he got F'd in the A, you know? I don't know. I hope not. Like, the only sequel Valve has ever done to Half-Life is that VR game that one day I want to do a gameplay for, but I've been holding out on VR stuff just mainly because this computer isn't that good for VR. So I've never really done I've done a few VR gameplays, but not that many. But my new computer's like I said before, it's a 5090. Ooh, oh. I couldn't tell you the other specs on that computer, but it's going to be, oh shit, it's going to be a beast. What sucks though is like it hasn't shipped yet. Well, I haven't checked my email today. As far as I know, it hasn't shipped yet. And I had this like super important work meeting next next Tuesday. It's Saturday right now as I'm recording this. And I can almost, it's one of those important work meetings, just like I can't miss it, I have to be there, the world's gonna end if I'm not there. I'm fine, whatever, it's work. You know, they allow me to do shit like this, right? It's fine. I can almost promise you that fucking computer's gonna ship. It is gonna ship and be in my house on Tuesday, and I am not gonna trust something that's worth a few $1,000s to just sit on my doorstep, you know. Like where I live right now, it's like it's an okay area, but I don't trust my neighborhood enough to like leave what would be a very obvious big expensive looking box on my doorstep. I think I would come home to an empty porch and, oh, I hate this level. I remember this level, like, anyway, I would come back to an empty porch and just a big fucking heart full of hurt, you know? I remember this level. Yeah, you have to go through teleporters in a certain kind of way in order to beat the level. Fuck, I forgot about this. I have a rocket launcher. Nope. But anyway, after I get that computer, then I intend to do, at some point, do Half-Life Alyx. Because I've been wanting to do a gameplay on that for like a while. Shit, I can't remember. I don't know which teleporter it is. Because I remember it's not necessarily like one of the, it's like the side that like you go in that determines where you go. I can't remember. Hopefully one of the homies can figure it out, because I'm struggling here. Okay, it's not that one. All right, well, something open. I think I just telefragged someone. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Finally. No, this is just like the beginning of the level, I think. Here we go. Yeah, some of these later Doom 1 levels just, you know, as fondly as a lot of people remember this game, and I'm one of them, I'm very much a Doom defender, but I'll be honest, some of these later levels just really just, in general, just aren't that good, you know, like, I don't know how else to really describe it, like, they're just not good levels. Alright, got a blue key card. Yeah. Oh god, I wish Valve would make, oh man, a third Portal game would just bring me a joy that, oh god, please, Valve, please. But just Team Fortress 3 would send me to a plane of existence of happiness that I just have never experienced. I truly don't remember this level. I mean, I remember the level to some degree, but I don't remember where to go is the issue I'm having right now. I remember one of these teleporters, when you go into it, it'll send you to like a hallway. And it's not this one, I don't think. Oh, maybe it is. This door's open now. Oh, we're here. Oh, thank God. Get out of that terrible level. I'll just run around and activate all the enemies. Get them, boys. Oh god. You know, these players that are disconnecting, I don't blame them. I'm only continuing to go because I'm determined to fucking I'm just determined to beat this episode. I am actually having fun doing this though. I've never played through all of Doom 1 co-op before. No, that's not true. I just lied. I have in fact played all of Doom 1 co-op. So I'm gonna age myself again. I tend to do that a lot, but God, there's so many fucking cockamamie. Fuck. A lot of people wouldn't remember this. Or know this, I guess. Not remember, but you used to be able to connect two computers directly to each other via dial-up. And me and my buddy, we used to, at night, after like, you know, high school or whatever, we would, you know, connect to each other's computers via dial-up and we would play Doom co-op. And for some reason playing Doom co-op like a direct dial connection to another computer, for some reason it was like a faster connection. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it wasn't 56K, or I mean, it was 56K, but it was like more responsive. Maybe because it was just like a direct phone line. I don't fucking understand how that shit works, bro. I don't know. I just know it played better. Anyway, me and a good friend of mine, man, we used to play the shit out of this game, co-op. I mean, we went through Doom 1, 2, we went through the Plutonium, like, we played all of it. All the fucking shit you could play, we played. I remember he used to make his mom so mad because she would go to use the phone and, you know, the dial-up would tie up the phone lines, you know? So, she's like trying to call, you know, whoever, you know, her mom or a relative, friend, I don't know. And she couldn't because she'd pick up the phone and, or my favorite part is when she would do that, if I remember correctly, the way dial-up worked is it would it would kill the connection. So I like be playing with my buddy and he would just vanish and I was like, oh no, his mom must have picked up the phone. And I remember the other thing was you know, we'd play at night. I just thought about this. We'd play at night, but the thing was the like computers had to, you know, like call each other. And if I called his number, like, you know, all the phones in the house would ring, which would piss his mom off because she would work kind of late at night. And, you know, she's like trying to sleep, or maybe we had just got to sleep, and then her fucking phone's ringing. It's not even a phone call, it's just some fucking computer. She would get so mad. So it got to where, like, he's like, look, man, like, he's like, I'll play for sure, but he's like, you know, you like have to call, or I have to call you. And I had a similar kind of problem because my dad was, you know, this dude that would get up at like, you know, 4 in the morning to go to work and shit like that. So he'd be asleep by like 8, you know, and waking him up was never a good idea. So like I finally figured out the solution was, I would go around the house. Oh shit. Like we would get on our dial-up connections and we would talk over AIM or oh my god, I'm dead. There's no way. Ah. But yeah, we would talk over AIM and then I'd be like, all right, dude, and it'd be like, look, this specific time I'm gonna call your house to connect and play Doom. He's like, all right, bet. Or he would call me, sorry. So then I'd have to run around the house and like unplug all the other phones so they wouldn't ring. And then you know, remember like before I went to bed, I'd have to go and like, dude, that kind of sucks. The super thingy is only for one player. That kind of sucks. Um, ow. Yeah. I also remember playing Diablo with that dude too, but we played it over you know, dial-up. And that was back in the early days of BattleNet, you know. I mean, I think Diablo was the first game that had BattleNet, I think. I mean, I think Diablo's what spawned BattleNet. And, oops, sorry, dude. There we go. Definitely not that way. What was in here? So, I mean, that's great that I can get here, but there's no... I ain't got the red key card. Maybe it's over here. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, we played a lot of Diablo 1 together. A lot. The first time I ever saw Diablo 1, we had another friend that was like down the street from where he lived, and I went over to that friend's house one day. They were both over there, and they were playing a game on PlayStation. And I looked at it, and I'm like, and it looked cool, and I was like, what's this? And they're like, oh, it's Diablo, and I'm like, oh, what's Diablo? You know, like I didn't know. And I never got Diablo on PlayStation because that was like around when I first saw Diablo. PlayStation anyway. And we still ain't got this red key card. We still don't have it. That was around the time I got that first computer, that compact Presario or whatever it was called. I think the red key cards. I mean, it's got to be this way, right? Like it's got to be like this way. I mean, then you go in here, right? Okay, so I went. I don't think I went this way, or did I? See what I mean? These like later Doom levels are just just not very good. Okay, now we have the red key. Oh, it was right there. Okay. Okay, so now we can start opening these doors, which does something. I don't know. But playing Diablo was funny with my buddy because he always had this thing where and I have two friends that have a very similar kind of personality about this. Very strange. It's like a personality quirk thing, but both of them are the kind of people that, like, if we're playing a game with levels, they always have to be like, you know, a few levels above me. I don't know if I went this way before. And you know, we were playing during school or whatever, and then like when summer hit, or summer vacation anyway. What the hell is this? Ugh, I don't like this level. It's so confusing. Well, I don't think it's this way. Well, maybe. I mean, there's a door here that I couldn't get into before. Oh, we have all the keys now. Okay. Well, then I guess we go back to the middle area. Oh, thank God. Damn, I didn't even get to see the damn thing. All right. What else? Thy flesh consumed. This is a very hard episode. And if I'm honest, I don't feel like playing it. Plus, I've been playing for a couple hours. I think I've kind of talked myself into a stupor, and I want to go eat something. So, thanks for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, listen to me ramble and try to tell stories and not really pull it off. I hate to leave because these dudes are going to get kicked out of the game. I like wonder if it transfers it to one of them when I leave, or if it's specific to me. I hope not, man. I'd hate for these dudes to. I mean, we just started the episode, so it's not that big a deal. But, I am gonna go. Let me like other YouTube stuff. I don't know when I'm gonna post this video. I still got a lot of videos I gotta edit and post. That's probably what I should work on today. I should work on that and get my channel back in order. I mean, I'm posting videos right now. Like as of right now, when I'm recording this, it's September 27th. As far as relative to when this goes up, I don't know. I mean, it could be like November. I am a little behind on posting things, but either way, throw me a like. I'm gonna go. I'll see you when I see you.